Hi guys, Nick here from Intuitive Tennis. Today I want to talk about the open stance versus the closed stance backhand. So the main reason why most one-handed and two-handed backhands are hit closed stance is because it puts our hand closer to the body at contact. So go ahead and throw me a ball. So if I catch this ball without using my closed stance, I have to reach further across to grab the ball. It's a very unnatural movement. Now go ahead and throw me another one. And if I step across like this, it's very natural. You just picture yourself, catching the ball or catching a frisbee, and naturally you're going to step across like this to make it a more comfortable catch. Let's talk about the one-handed backhand first. So 99% of the one-handed backhands are going to be hit closed stance. And the main reason for this is that if we attempt to hit it open stance, it puts our hand further across from the body. And many players have a difficulty at turning like this in an open stance position, and so it's much easier to get that automatic shoulder turn and we step across this way. Okay, I'm going to try to do some one-handed backhands, and when I step in it just feels natural. I have plenty of time, my hand is closer to the ball, and I'm going to try some open stance one-handed backhands now. And I find strain in my upper body right away because I can't turn the natural way, and it just feels a lot less strong this way. So this is an impossible shot, the open stance one-handed backhand. The only exception would be on the run, if we hit it open and then we close like this. You can see Federer doing that sometimes. So he hits it open and then close. That's a little bit different because the body is moving to that side already, and it's a little bit more natural. But from a stationary position, you always must hit in a closed stance situation. When it comes to the open stance versus closed stance on the two-handed backhand, this is a little bit different than the one-handed because we have the help of the left hand. So we can hit it open stance, and many players do. But for me personally, I find it more difficult than stepping across like this. And stepping across puts the hitting arm closer to the ball. And also you get an automatic shoulder turn. So when I step across like this, I get an automatic shoulder turn and my hand is closer to the ball, and it's more comfortable, and that's why you see the majority of the players they hit a closed stance backhand. If you want to hit an open stance backhand, it does require a little bit more of a forced shoulder turn, and it puts the hand further away from the ball. It requires more strength and more flexibility. However, if the ball does get behind you on the two-handed backhand, it is a great way to save some time by going open stance. You can see many players do when there's a lot of penetration on the ball. On the two-handed backhand, you can't hit it open stance from defensive situations. On short balls, however, the same as the forehand, we always must use our front leg to attack this ball. It would be absolutely impossible on the two-handed backhand to step with the open leg. You would not be able to turn a lot this way, and it's a very unnatural position. So on the two-hander, it is a more natural shot when we step across, especially when the ball is short. So we always must step up to the ball with our right leg on the right-handers. I'm going to try to do it the wrong way once, and it's just, I can't even get the racket back. It's completely unnatural and it doesn't work. Good. So now if the ball has a little more penetration on the backhand, I can do open stance, especially if I get pulled backwards like this. And it's a very natural shot. It gives me a little bit more time and it feels natural. So go ahead and do open stance when you get pushed back on the two-hander. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.